What if a signal meant to explore the universe brought the universe crashing down on us instead? When an alien force responds to a call from Earth, chaos erupts. Warships fall, cities tremble, and humanity faces extinction unless a group of unexpected heroes can rise. Welcome to Film Decoded. Today we're diving deep into one of the most explosive alien invasion films ever made, Battleship. From massive destruction to last-second heroics, this is a movie where every second counts. Let's break it all down. At the beginning of the story, we see some scientists who discovered a planet where the environment was exactly like Earth. In the coming years, such advanced technology was developed that allowed signals to be sent to this new planet. The project was named Project Beacon. A NASA station built in Hawaii would send signals every 24 hours to a satellite in space, and that satellite would then send the signal to the new planet. The scientists named this new planet Planet G. After this, we see a boy named Alex Hopper celebrating his birthday in a bar with his brother Stone in Hawaii. They were talking about Alex's future. Just then, a girl named Samantha entered the bar. She ordered a chicken burrito from the waiter, but he told her the kitchen was closed. Samantha was very disappointed because she had just come from work and was very hungry. Seeing this, Alex went to talk to Samantha. To cheer her up, he decided to get her a burrito from a store across the street. But by the time he reached the store, it had already closed too. Still, Alex wasn't the kind to give up so easily. So, he broke into the store from the back door, grabbed a burrito from the fridge, and heated it in the microwave. However, all this was recorded on security cameras, and within moments, the police arrived to arrest him. But Alex ran to give the burrito to Samantha. Before he could reach her, the police shot him with a stun gun and brought him down. Samantha got scared seeing all this, but secretly admired Alex's bravery. The next morning, Alex's brother scolded him for what he had done the previous night. Both Alex and Stone were part of the U.S. Navy, and Samantha was the daughter of their commander, Admiral Shane. Hearing this, Alex became very nervous because he didn't get along well with the Admiral. A few years passed. One day, Admiral Shane announced the RIMPAC International War Games. But once again, Alex arrived a bit late for the event. That day, he was planning to ask the Admiral for Samantha's hand in marriage, but he was still very scared to talk to him. Seeing this, Samantha asked her father to give Alex just 5 minutes to talk. For her sake, the Admiral agreed. But even then, Alex got too nervous and ran off, pretending he needed to go to the bathroom. Then we see Dr. Nagata, the scientist who had discovered Planet G. That day, he and his assistant noticed 5 strange objects in space. The 5 strange objects were rapidly approaching Earth. Dr. Negrity immediately informed the scientist Cal, who was working on the Beacon project. These 5 objects were moving directly toward the signal they had sent. Seeing this, everyone was shocked. Suddenly, one of the objects collided with a satellite and changed its path, separating from the others. Soon, NASA confirmed that these were not asteroids. The directors told Cal to stay prepared as the remaining 4 objects were headed straight toward his location. Within moments, those 4 objects crashed into the sea near Hawaii, and the 5th one landed in Hong Kong. The explosion was so massive that nearly the entire city was destroyed. About 25,000 people were killed, and there was damage worth billions. Dr. Negrity soon calculated that these were definitely alien ships because the metals found in the debris did not exist on Earth. A little while later, the Navy spotted an unknown ship in the ocean, so Stone asked Captain Brownlee to send a team to investigate. Alex, Cora, and Walter were sent to check it out, but when they reached near the object, no one could understand what it was. As soon as Alex touched it, he got a massive electric shock and was thrown away. When his teammates tried to help him, the object suddenly emitted a bright burst of energy and created a protective shield around itself. Now, no one could enter or exit the shield, and all communication signals were lost. They couldn't even send a message back to base. At the same time, a fighter plane was approaching the object, but as soon as it hit the shield, it was torn to pieces. Walter tried to start the engine, but a huge robot suddenly emerged in front of him. It roared so loudly that even sailors miles away had to cover their ears in pain. They began bombing the object, but the robot retaliated with multiple bombs. Walter somehow managed to start the boat, and they headed back toward the base ship. Meanwhile, Cora fired at the robot with her machine gun. All the ships began attacking the robot together, but then a huge explosion occurred on Stone's ship, destroying it completely. Alex saw his brother and teammates die right in front of his eyes. Captain Brownlee and his assistant were also killed in the attack. Now, the entire operation was Alex's responsibility. He decided to launch a full attack on the robot, but after repeated requests from his team, he turned back to save the Japanese soldiers. Just then, the robot launched deadly metal discs aimed at destroying the Navy base on the island. These discs were so dangerous that they tore through helicopters like ants. The discs began destroying the entire island, crushing everything in their path. But strangely, they didn't harm any humans or animals. Soon, they even destroyed a massive bridge, causing all the vehicles to fall off. No one was safe now. Meanwhile, Navy officers were trying to break through the alien force field to rescue their trapped comrades. Elsewhere, Samantha was watching the alien ship from a mountain with Mick, a retired army officer. The ship landed just a short distance from where they stood, right where scientist Cal and his assistant were hiding. Soon, a few policemen reached the mountain while chasing the alien ship. They spotted Samantha and Mick and advised them to take shelter, warning them that aliens had attacked the island. As the police moved ahead, Mick decided to follow them. He had always dreamed of seeing aliens. Samantha followed him too. As the police jeep approached the alien ship, the aliens sensed danger and attacked the officers. Back at sea, Alex was trying to figure out how to stop the alien robot. He was now the commander of his ship, but the truth was, he had no real battle experience. That's when Walter came to him and asked Alex to follow him. They entered the control room, where Alex saw an alien their team had pulled from the ocean. When they removed the alien's helmet, they were shocked to see he looked just like a human. But as soon as Alex flashed a light into the alien's eyes, the alien suddenly grabbed him by the neck. His teammates rushed to help him, but at that exact moment, other aliens attacked the ship. Their first move was to rescue their captured teammate. Then they quickly returned to their ship and fled. But Alex now realized something terrifying. Some aliens were still on board. As they started searching the ship, one alien suddenly appeared in front of Walter. But instead of attacking, the alien told his teammates to leave quickly. Walter noticed this alien wasn't trying to harm him. His target was the ship's power generators. If those were destroyed, the ship would be grounded and unable to leave Earth. To stop him, Walter picked up a metal rod and Walter attacked the alien, and in response, the alien started striking back one after another. Just then, Alex came to help him, but the alien snatched away his weapon and was about to finish him. At the last moment, Cora arrived and distracted the alien. Alex told Cora to run toward the control room so the alien would follow her outside. As soon as she reached the control room, she realized Alex's real plan. He had lured the alien in front of a cannon, and Cora, without wasting time, fired and blew the alien to pieces. Meanwhile, Samantha and Mick moved ahead and saw that the police cars were badly wrecked. They understood the place was no longer safe and decided to leave. But for that, Samantha had to get the car keys. She gathered courage, approached a car, and took the keys from a police officer's belt. But before they could get out, some aliens showed up. Samantha and Mick hid in fear. Fortunately, the aliens didn't find anything and left. Now Samantha and Mick ran toward the police vehicle. Mick started gathering weapons while Samantha tried calling for help over the radio, but there was no signal. Suddenly, Cal arrived and told them that the aliens came because of the signals he had sent into space. They destroyed his lab, and his assistant was killed in the attack. On the other hand, Dr. Negrity told the world leaders in a meeting that the aliens were trying to send a signal back to their planet. For that, they were trying to hack the satellites made by humans. If they succeeded, it could mean the end of humanity on Earth. Elsewhere, Jimmy wore a helmet recovered from the aliens and realized it completely blocked out sunlight. He immediately informed Alex. Jimmy had a lizard and noticed that the aliens' eyes looked similar. That's when he figured out that, like lizards, aliens couldn't tolerate sunlight. Meanwhile, news of the alien attacks spread like wildfire across the world, and governments imposed martial law. Then we see Nagata and his team trying to locate the alien ships. Soon, they figured out a way to track the alien ships and could now identify which ones were moving. Based on this, they began preparing their counterattacks. But the aliens were clever too. As soon as they sensed they were being tracked, they immediately changed their path. Meanwhile, on the hill, Samantha said the transmitters had to be destroyed so the aliens couldn't send signals to their planet. She mentioned that her boyfriend Alex could blow up the entire hill, but it was impossible to send the signal through the protective shield created by the aliens. Just then, Cal said he had a special machine that might be able to send the signal, but it was in his old camp, which was now occupied by aliens. Still, for the safety of Earth, Cal decided to risk his life. Slowly and carefully, hiding from the aliens, he reached the camp. As he picked up the machine, one alien spotted him. However, since Cal didn't attack, the alien didn't harm him either, and Cal made it out safely. On the other side, at sea, the sailors saw two alien robots coming fast to attack them. Suddenly, the attack came from both directions, but Alex moved the ship forward just in time and saved everyone. Then, they kept attacking the robots and finally destroyed them. But the war wasn't over yet. Soon, Samantha sent a message saying the aliens were trying to send a signal back to their planet. The satellite would activate in the next 4 hours, and the Navy had to stop the aliens before that. Mick told Samantha that before the Navy destroyed the hill, they had to get out quickly. Meanwhile, Alex got news that a new alien ship was approaching them, so he told everyone to move the battle to the area closest to sunlight. They managed to do that, and then Alex and Nagata kept attacking until they broke the windows of the alien ship, allowing sunlight to enter enter. Now the aliens were in pain, and Alex and his team started heavy firing. They soon destroyed the ship, but 2 metal discs were now heading to attack them. Within moments, all the sailors jumped into the sea to save themselves. Only Alex and Nagata were left on the ship. In the end, just before the ship sank, they too jumped into the water. Meanwhile, when Mick and Samantha saw the ship completely destroyed, they decided to stop the aliens themselves. But Cal stayed back, saying he no longer wanted to risk his life. All the sailors reached the shore in lifeboats, but they were angry. If the aliens sent their signal, humanity might never defeat them again. Then Alex had an idea. He said they should use the Battleship. It was actually a 70-year-old warship, and Walter didn't know how to activate it. So Alex decided to take help from the old retired sailors. Eventually, at Alex's request, all the old sailors boarded the ship after so many years. Together, they prepared a missile to destroy the transmitters on the hill. At the same time, the alien support ship suddenly started moving. Before the aliens could attack, Alex began working on a new plan. He told his team to turn the ship and ready the cannons. Just as the alien robots were about to attack, Alex ordered the sailors to drop the anchor into the water. As soon as they did that, the ship changed direction and narrowly escaped the bomb attack. Then they launched a powerful counterattack on the aliens. One part of their ship got damaged from the alien attack, but the sailors didn't give up. Soon, they managed to destroy the mothership, breaking its protective shield. However, the aliens on the hill were still ready to send a signal to their planet. Just in time, Samantha and Mick reached there and cut the wires. Their plan succeeded, and the signal never reached the alien planet. But during this, Samantha's leg got stuck in a vehicle. Mick bravely fought off the monsters using his crutches. During the fight, Mick pulled off the alien's helmet, and when sunlight hit the alien, Mick gained the upper hand. But within moments, the alien grabbed Mick and slammed him to the ground. Just as it was about to kill him, Cal showed up and destroyed the alien using his briefcase. Meanwhile, the other aliens managed to reconnect the wires and started sending the signal again. Back with the sailors, they began preparing to launch the missile. Cal rescued Samantha, and the 3 of them looked for a safe spot. Just as Alex and Nagata were about to fire the missile, they realized the mothership had sent a metal disc to destroy their ship. With no way to escape, Alex ordered his team to fire the missile and destroy the hill, even if it meant sacrificing themselves. But at the last moment, Admiral Shane sent fighter planes. With great precision, they destroyed the metal discs with missiles. Now, the aliens had no way left to send the signal to their home planet. Weeks later, the brave fighters who had participated in the war were honored. Mick was among them. Despite not having legs, he had fulfilled his duty as a soldier. The President of the United States awarded the Navy Cross to the Stonehoppers for risking their lives, and Alex came to receive the honor on behalf of his brother. Alex had now become a commander himself and was awarded the Silver Star for his bravery. In the end, Admiral Shane told him that soon he would be the commander of his own ship. Then Samantha told Alex to talk to her father about marriage, saying it was the perfect opportunity. Though Alex was still a little nervous, he thought facing Admiral Shane should be easier than facing aliens. Alex told him he loved Samantha and wanted to marry her. Shane at first declined, but then smiled and said, "Come to my office in the evening. We'll decide where the wedding will be." And with this, Sean, the movie ends. In the end, it wasn't just missiles and metal that saved Earth. It was courage, sacrifice, and heart. From a ship older than its crew to a war no one was prepared for, Battleship gave us underdogs who stood tall when everything was falling apart. And just when it looked like the end, humanity punched back. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit like, subscribe to Film Decoded, and drop a comment. Would you have fired that final missile? Until next time, stay curious, stay cinematic.